Hey folks, welcome to your latest TW video. You join us so close to the end of our series. We're at the Royal Rumble 2023, as of course we'll conclude this at Wrestlemania before a small break when bringing some brand new content for TW 2020. Now for a different bit of a video, I'm actually going to do a few plugs before we start. None of mine. Basically, if you want to keep up to date what's going to be happening with the progress of the new game, jump on the Grey Dog Software forums. Adam has a developer's diary which will keep you in the loop of when the game will officially be released, any late additions to the game, any late changes, how the game's progressing, and when the demo could potentially be out, so keep an eye on that. Of course, look about, you can also get a lot of information and just how general saves are going on there, learn a few tips about the game, and there's also a decent mod section, and of course the written Booker diary there as well. For our written stuff, you've also got the Fantasy Bookers subreddit. You've got written stuff there and a lot more videos from guys as well, so definitely check them out. And last but not least, also on Twitter, if you want to follow TEW Database, a good hub for a lot of databases, a lot of mods and other stuff there. If you give them a follow on Twitter, you'll get a link to their website. Basically, a lot more organised way for a lot of the mods to be kept, so you can keep in the loop of updates, and yeah, they give good descriptions of what mods are there, and I'm hoping they all convert pretty well to 2020 because there's a lot of particular errors I want to try. Real life, fantasy, the lot, and of course I do want to try the C-verse at one point as well. Been watching the Dark Side of Wrestling, or the Dark Side of the Ring I should say. Season 1, Season 2 I believe should be out pretty shortly in the States, but some of these episodes have just get me really hyped for old school wrestling. So yeah, I'd always advise if you're playing TW, watch some wrestling stuff, man. It really gives you the booking bug. So this is a Rumble, as we've been on about. I've probably booked 8 shows back to back to get here in succession, so I remember my storylines and I know what's happening. So hopefully with a good show, and there will be some stuff here that does point us in the direction of WrestleMania. So obviously I've still got No Way Out, and I've still got my other February pay-per-view, which I've lost the name of, No Way Out and Fastlane. No Elimination Chambers here. I've never understood that, why you'd have one of your most dangerous prop pay-per-views literally before WrestleMania, so a high risk of injury, madness. So we'll head on to them. Let's see how the Rumble, and let's see who's booking their ticket to WrestleMania. So 66,222 at the Georgia Dome. I'm assuming that's in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know, but decent pre-show match with a little feud going between Johnny Gargano and Fergal Devitt. Basically, Gargano was getting jumped not just by Fergal but by his protege, Jordan Devlin, and they have a one-on-one contest here in the pre-show. Gargano gets some revenge though with a win in 14-17 after Hart's Donut. B79, you can see Gargano's not great on terms of in-ring performance. He's lost a lot of overness, but Devitt, at the age of 41 now, has a bit of physical decline. Says work's come down a little bit, although it doesn't show there. But anyway, gives Gargano the win, and yeah, B79. It's okay for the pre-show. Our second pre-show match was for the Women's Shine Tag Team Championships, a battle of 2 heel teams, one from Raw and one from SmackDown. Both have been hitting verbal shots on, why is the opposition not showing up on a particular show. It was a pre-show match that had some decent wrestling and didn't have a lot of heat, and the tag team of Deonna Purrazzo and Laurel Van Ness defeated Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in 12-36 when Laurel Van Ness defeated Sonya Deville by pinfall, meaning new tag team champions in the form of Deonna Purrazzo and Laurel Van Ness. So a C plus 66 is pretty good. Ibty's actually fairly competent in the ring, just Deonna is not quite over. But as I say, there's a lot of people I'm looking to book in the future, especially when we get to the new game with a more updated mod. So yeah, happy with that. And that will lead us into our full show. No hype video, we go straight into a match, which is absolutely fantastic. Recent babyface Will Ospreay, shock victory non-title against Kevin Owens on SmackDown, earned his opportunity for the US Championship. And it was a decent matchup here that saw Will defeat Kevin Owens in 15:03 with a 6:30 splash. He becomes your new United States Champion. So one of the guys that's benefited of turning babyface alongside CM Punk and Zack Sabre Jr. And he picks up the win. A90 fantastic. I do still have him with Paul Heyman, I haven't changed that, but they've got excellent chemistry, so why change it? it gets to show off to a strong start, it gets the crowd hotter, and Ospreay there with a 72 versus the 91 of Kevin Owens, but hopefully gives Will something good in the future. Someone, I'll be honest, I've criminally mismanaged. Next up was for the Raw Women's Championship. Toni Storm, of course, now against her greatest threat in Ronda Rousey. It was a good matchup that saw Toni defeat Ronda in 17:57 by pinfall, as she makes her second defence of the WWE Raw Women's Championship. This was a B79. Toni is so over, 90 in-ring performance to Ronda's 84. This suffers because of a lack of psychology, so if they had the psychology, you'd be easily looking at a B+, maybe even a low 90. That might be pushing it, but just making Toni look strong as hell, fully deserved this champion, and yeah, pleasing with that. Next up, we've just got a promo with CM Punk. Basically just documenting the whole feud between CM Punk with Becky Lynch alongside Shane McMahon, Baron Corbin and his cronies. Punk just says he's going to take on Baron Corbin, get rid of this waste of time, and give him the victory. A92, honestly, Punk is at a crippling physical decline, and I don't want to keep him anywhere near the main event, so small matches like this against Baron Corbin should hopefully keep him happy and keep him away from any major plans. As you can see there, match itself, good heat, decent wrestling. Punk defeats Corbin in 5:57 with a Pepsi plunge. Again, old mod. But B79, 75 for Punk and 80 for Corbin kind of gives you that idea. And you can see here a bad physical decline for CM Punk. Also made it my storytelling match, so it did not hamper our other matches on the card. Next up was the IC title and a final opportunity for Shinsuke Nakamura. And it was about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd as the Stallion Matt Riddle defeats Shinsuke Nakamura in 18:44 by submission with a guillotine choke. This was the 12th title defence of Matt Riddle. Booking him like a bro, honestly, like I'm enjoying him in NXT. I just never watched any indie stuff. I say I'm not a massive watcher of the indies over here, but I loved anything I've seen in NXT. Feel like I can make him properly legit here. A B+84 against Nakamura, good matchup, and it just means who will ever take this championship off of Matt Riddle. We then move on to Shane McMahon, doesn't turn heel, he's already heel. He's changing a matchup tonight. Instead of it being the Velveteen Dream challenging Andrade, he's inserting Pete Dunne in the match for his services to helping with the issues with Becky Lynch and CM Punk. In reality, bad chemistry between the Velveteen Dream and Andrade that I'd forgotten about. Didn't want to cripple one of my main events, so I thought, let's just fire Pete Dunne in there to cover our ass. So A91, Pete Dunne's fantastic, and yeah, good, well deserved opportunity for Stallion Pete. Next up, we've got a promo for Charlotte. She's bigging up her opportunity to win the Women's Royal Rumble. She said it's time that she's got over her injury now, because she had that lingering injury for a year, which is hampering her performances, and she's going to become the queen again of the WWE. Nice, simple and effective, B+88. Then we've got one from the talented Rhea Ripley, and she just basically saying, you know, she respects all the women in the match, but it's her time to get back to the top of the women's division. Foreshadowing a face turn, so she's going to turn face eventually. Pretty similar to real life, where she was a heel for ages and then just out of nowhere, because of how over she was getting, babyface. I don't want to try her as a babyface before we finish up at Wrestlemania, so A89. So, Women's Royal Rumble. Are we ready for the participants? With Alexa Bliss, Aaliyah, with Ali Flair. Amazing that she's Ali Flair in this, and obviously she's the bunny. In AEW, we've got Barbie Hayden, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Billie Kay, Charlotte, Dana Brooke, Deonna Purrazzo, Emma, Isla Dawn, Jenny Couture, Kairi Sane, Kaylee Ray, Lacey Evans, Laurel Van Ness, Mandy Rose, Melissa, Nikki Cross, Paige, Peyton Royce, Raquel Diaz, Ronda Rousey, Sarah Lee, Sonya Deville, Daniela Conte, the talented Rhea Ripley, and Xia Brookside. If you're wondering where she is, Liv Morgan requested her release. She is gone, and she's sent me TNA. That's how old the mod is. It's still TNA in this. We also have Jeff Hardy's retired now fully, alongside Rey Mysterio. And one I didn't add, AJ Styles is going back to New Japan. His stats are shite. I wasn't offering him a long deal, and he's went there, which is cool. I accept that. But anyway, as you probably saw by reading the text. Decent wrestling match, but not a lot of heat, and it was Charlotte who won the Battle Royal in 6107. The other members of the Final Four were Becky Lynch, Dana Brooke and Ronda Rousey. Becky being the final elimination, she also had the most eliminations and was the Iron Woman, keeping her looking very strong. Charlotte wins the Rumble. Is it her first one? I can't remember. I'll need to check. I honestly don't remember either previous histories of my Rumbles. We can check that out post-show. But B-Men 75. Rhea's injury slows her down a little bit. Dana Brooke off her game, which is not bad because you get 30 people in here and only one off their game. But yeah, a lot of people improving skills, but it's Charlotte's time to get back in to the spotlight. Next up, we've got over-the-top entrance from the Boss as she looks to regain her Women's Championship on the SmackDown brand. Her against Ruby Riott one more time. Sasha's last opportunity, A92. And the match itself delivered a B81. Not too bad. But a decent matchup that saw Ruby defend again and defeat Sasha in 1812 with a Hi-De-Ho. Fourth title defence. Disappointing that it was a B81, she was off her game. But thankfully we'll be looking to end that feud. And I enjoyed both of these workers in real life and in this game, so it is going to be a bit of a shame that they'll be no longer competing against each other for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now we have our men's promos. We've got The Fiend going to talk about how he's going to win the Rumble. Just basically saying, you know, he's been unstoppable since he's come back and he's really looking to just destroy everyone in this Rumble if they let him in. Comes across a real star on a B+88. And the same with Dean Ambrose, just saying, you know, he's finally unleashed that moxie inside him. He feels a wee bit crazy, a wee bit mental, and he's going to take whatever it takes to win the Royal Rumble. So, match itself was a B+83. So just to confirm, I don't have any plans of the Rumble for the Fiend for Mania for the Fiend at the moment. Ambrose, I do. His match is pretty much booked in, and I'm looking forward to that. So let's try and recap all of this. With Aleister Black in the Rumble, with Apollo Crews, Bo Dallas, Braun Strowman, Chad Gable, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Drew McIntyre, Elias, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada, Keith Lee, Kenny Omega, King Neville, Kota Ibushi, Leo Rush, Mark Coffey, Marty Scurll, Randy Orton, Rezar, who's took up another MMA fight, so he'll miss WrestleMania, Ricochet, Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Switchblade, The Fiend, Tommaso Ciampa, Volta, Xavier Woods, and Zack Sabre Jr. And in a decent matchup, Drew McIntyre won the Battle Royal in 62-41, with the other members of the Final Four being The Fiend, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Seth Rollins, with The Fiend being the final elimination. Tanahashi got the most eliminations, and Seth Rollins was your Iron Man. But Drew McIntyre wins your WWE Royal Rumble. So a storyline advances in that. Zayn and Ciampa hint at future turns, and a B+83. So Drew will be challenging for one of the championships at WrestleMania. Obviously a few negatives there as you're always going to get with so many competitors. Nobody turning just yet. Velveteen Dream makes a spectacular over-the-top entrance for the World Heavyweight Championship match, a B+87. And their match was successful, thanks Pete Dunne, although you may have taken yourself out of the game. And about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. The champion Andrade Cien Almas defeated the Velveteen Dream and Pete Dunne in 23-41 when Andrade defeated Dream with the Brillante driver. It was his second defence of the title in an A93. Good that the three of them together combined to make something magical. I'm a bit lacking in star power on the SmackDown side of things. But Pete Dunne sustains a grade A AC joint separation. Dream in 81, Andrade in 86 and Dunne in 88, so they've all really lost overness. Dream made the fact he was sitting high 60s, low 70s in overness, which was a big shock. I thought he was much more over than that. But I think the long time away through rehab has probably cost him a lot of overness, but delighted with that, and Andrade remains your World Heavyweight Champion. This leads us to our main event, Adam Cole looking to regain his championship from the man who cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, Marcel Barthel, A91. Basically just saying he wants to make sure he's at the main event of WrestleMania. He's got to win this match at any cost. shit, that's going to hamper the overall rating very, very much. That's a terrible main event. Psychology has absolutely ruined it. But in about the great wrestling and good heat, Marcel Barthel does defeat Adam Cole in 21:46 thanks to an interference from Volta. He makes his second defence of the WWE title, so might hopefully not be pay-per-view round too much. It might be with the V78 lack of psychology, but a 90 plays an 88 in terms of in-ring rating. That's worrying. I don't think it would have been fantastic, maybe the range of 90, but it's still poor. And of course we finish it with Drew McIntyre having a stare down with Marcel Barthel. It's almost as if this was planned from a long time back. A90. Let's just say, oh, someone has cost your opportunity after winning the World Grand Prix. Long-term booking by me? Who would have thought? But anyway, overall event still ends up in A90, which is pretty good considering the flop of the main event rating. But quite a few things there I've put in motion for WrestleMania. I think I've got 4 matches booked in my head already. And written down, so I don't forget them. I just prefer to have everything in a notepad rather than actually in the in-game thing. Because obviously plans can change and you can scrub out pen. Or score out pen, I should say. But overall, I'm pretty happy with that. It's a good rumble. I just want to get back here and see what the last couple of events are. It's quite weird as well, knowing that after this I've only got 3 more pay-per-views to book and 3 more videos, and then it's a roundup, and then that's us. We're done. Over and out. So see what happens here. Tama Tonga needs a break. Eric Young's retiring. Injury to Pete Dunne. So we're taking time off. That's fine. We'll take a look at that. New champion is CMLL, which is Big Damo, aka Killian Dane, is our main champion. Interesting. That's absolutely perfect. So I'm releasing a lot of people now, just trimmed in the roster. It's got to a stage where if I'd carried on with this save bar by WrestleMania, we'd really be struggling, but we're probably calling it quite a good time for the new game. So a wee bit of relief there. Finished first in every area. Ethan Page is now tone, Samoa Joe is now average. Dragon Gate's going to go for Lindsay Dorado. I need to start doing some deals for 1HD. Pete Dunne will look at Dana and Conte are unhappy. A 1.48 my pay-per-view buy rate is absolutely shocking, I think. But that's something again we'll look at the end of the series. There's no point looking at pay-per-view buy rates now. That's a lot of unhappy people. I need to learn for this and make sure it's far better next year. We did make 8 million profit, but we're pretty much maxed out, as you can see. In fact, if anything, we're probably losing money because we can't go any higher. So that's cool. I might just make up some stuff, like buy like a massive arena before we finish. But the Usos are unhappy because they were not in the Rumble. So that's something I need to look at. I feel I definitely need to manage better in the new game. So I'm trying to rectify errors from basically months ago or years ago, because I've been playing the save that long. But sometimes you just need to accept it's not going to be fixed, and you just hope we do better in the new game. So in terms of history, so I booked 7 Rumbles, holy shit. So Seth won my first one, then Cena's won his 3rd, then Kevin Owens won 1, then Cena won a 4th, so Cena's the greatest ever Royal Rumble guy. The Velveteen Dream won it in 2021, Sami Zayn in 2022, and then Drew McIntyre in 2023. That is incredible that Cena's won it 4 times. I didn't even know I'd done that. Because I took up booking just after Triple H won it, because I was booking the aftermath of WrestleMania 32. Alright, so 7 Manias, that's right, we're going to have. That's crazy. Women's Rumble obviously hasn't been around as much. It's only the 2nd time I've done it. I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3. Sasha won it last year, and Charlotte wins it this year. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're going to get we're going to get Charlotte in a title match at WrestleMania, and we're also going to get Drew in one as well. So now we're going to go ahead and book the next 2 weeks, get me up to No Way Out, which will be your Raw. Nope, SmackDown goes first this time, then we go to Raw, and then I've got the 5-week period to make sure this is perfect. Mania should be an A-star 100 show anyway, because everything's maxed out. It's fucking WrestleMania. It's got to be that. So yeah, looking forward to it. WrestleMania 39 to finish it up, but No Way Out next week, and then Fastlane after that. Let's hope we have a good time. So cheers for watching. Mind check out the places that I plugged earlier on in the episodes. I say it's going to keep you in the right place to get you sorted for the new game coming out. Adam's also said he's going to be testing converted mods to make sure if everyone's good to go. So yeah, we'll know for the man himself if we can start off a new series right from the off. So take it easy. Cheers for watching. Any comments on the series, any WrestleMania card predictions of who Drew and Charlotte will face, let me know. And likes and all that jazz are deeply appreciated. Try to keep it every Saturday for just now. This will change when the new game comes out, and I can see how many videos I get put out depending on where the series go. At the moment I'm planning at least one series, maybe 1 or 2 episodes a week, with just like TV episodes I can actually type out, and live streaming a series as well, which we don't know where that's going to be just yet. But we'll see what happens. Time can change. This is only the 8th March on recording. Who knows? See what happens. But cheers for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you soon.